You may have heard about the trial of Botham Jean. He's a black man who lived in Dallas. One night, about a year ago, a police officer named Amber Guyger, who lived directly underneath Botham in their apartment complex, accidentally walked into his place after work. She saw him, she thought he was an intruder, she pulled out her gun, she shot him, he died. A white cop killed a black man in his own home. He literally did nothing wrong that night. The big question during the trial was whether she would even be convicted, given our broken criminal justice system and the way it treats those situations. Now, she was found guilty, and this week she got a 10-year prison sentence. She might get out in 5. There's a debate to be had about whether she deserved a much longer sentence, which I personally agree with, or whether it should have been even lighter. But after that sentencing was announced, 2 things happened relating to religion that I want to discuss. The first involved Botham's brother, Brant John. He was allowed to speak and deliver a statement after the sentencing. What he did was truly remarkable. He said he forgave her. He said he personally didn't want her to go to prison. He also said this.
I want the best for you because I know that's exactly what both of them would want you to do. And the best would be give your life to Christ.
Now, it's strange for an atheist like me to hear that, as if accepting Christ would make anything better for anyone, as if accepting this fiction of eternal life would make up for the one she took. But if he hopes she finds the Christian God in jail, then so be it. He can grieve however he wants to grieve. I don't think it makes sense for anyone to criticize someone else for handling death in a way that allows them to move on. So that didn't bother me. In fact, Brant John asked if he could hug the woman who killed his brother. The judge allowed it. That scene was replayed everywhere because of how powerful it was.
Please?
Yes.
Again, that sort of forgiveness and grace is in short supply. I don't want to take anything away from him for that. But here's what I really did have a problem with. After all of that, Judge Tammy Kemp also went to console Guyger, and what she did was absolutely inappropriate. She gave her a Bible. She mentioned John 3:16, suggesting that accepting the divinity of Jesus would strengthen her. The judge said Guyger needed a tiny mustard seed of faith if she wanted personal forgiveness. The judge said, God has a purpose for you. Now, the charitable interpretation of that is that the judge was also overcome with emotion and just wanted to be a human and console a convicted murderer who also appeared to feel remorse. Had it just been a hug, maybe it's okay. I mean, it's hard to remove your personal feelings from a case, even when your job is to remain objective. But what the judge did wasn't compassionate. It was religious proselytizing under the guise of being compassionate, as if the murderer's acceptance of the judge's preferred brand of mythology would somehow be a redeeming factor. The Bible doesn't make you a better person. Accepting Jesus doesn't make you wiser or more decent. Why was a judge telling a convicted murderer that her task in jail would be to accept Christ? Why was she treating faith as a virtue? Why was she giving Guyger a sermon? Why was she giving away a Bible? Let's go beyond that. Assuming Guyger's not one already, what happens if she does become a Christian? Does that make it more likely she'll get out of prison earlier? I mean, if she becomes an atheist, will the judge treat that as a personal insult and use it against Guyger? What if Guyger were Muslim? or non-religious, or if the judge were anything but Christian. I mean, can you imagine a Muslim judge going to a convicted murderer and saying, if you just read the Quran, everything will be okay? And the nation embracing that as a wonderful thing? Of course not. That conversation would never be seen as a sign of generosity and love, but as a completely illegal request. If nothing else, the message to Guyger is clear. Whatever you're thinking over the next 5 to 10 years, it is to your advantage to at least pretend to be a Christian. That is a horrible message to send anyone. Incidentally, the Freedom from Religion Foundation has already asked the Texas State Commission on Judicial Conduct to investigate what they're calling an ethics violation. And they're right, it is an abuse of power. That was not a beautiful moment with the judge. That was disturbing. And it's appalling that news outlets and various websites are describing their interaction as anything but that.